men's golf coach, Forrest Schultz. Coach, let's kind of walk through the start of the season for you. You're two tournaments in. Take me back a little bit and give me your thoughts on the season opening tournament.
Yeah, so I think going back to La Tech a few weeks ago is a really big field. Great golf course. Conditions were really good. Course was in great shape. I think what I was most pleased with about that event is that our average drop score was 1 over par. That's something that we really hadn't seen last year at all. Everybody played solid. We just didn't quite go low enough. We didn't make enough putts. We made a ton of pars. We did make some birdies, but we didn't convert on par fives like we thought we should have. Didn't quite go low enough. We still shot under par every round, I believe, which was great, but just wasn't deep enough to win that tournament. But with our finish, we beat a lot of good schools that week. With such a large field, it was good to start off like that for sure.
How is it starting the season off with such a big field? I mean, does it kind of give you a good kind of feel right off the bat about where you stand in the South and kind of in the country?
Yeah, I think it's a great place to start. One, it's 3 rounds of 18, 18, 18, so we're not jumping into this 36-18 format, so we can take our time each day, and as long as the weather's good, we can kind of learn and build each day. So that's great to see, to have those shorter days and a little more intense focus after rounds on practice and things like that. But no, it's a great test. I think it's so early, it's hard to tell, but it gives you a baseline. It lets you know, hey, we looked really good here, but we need to really improve in these areas as we go throughout the fall to get better. And so it's a good baseline. I think where teams start at the beginning of the year is not necessarily where they're going to finish, but it's a slow process towards postseason.
So we'll move to the second tournament. Obviously a different format with the 36 and 18.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges there, especially early in the year, maybe with some, possible fatigue? I know you guys are battling the elements a little bit. Kind of
Right.
give me your overall recap of the tournament.
Yeah, I think 36-18, it's a big golf course, 7,500 yards, and the wind blew every day. We weren't quite expecting that much wind, especially that early in the round. I thought we played pretty decent up until the 18th hole. I think if anybody was really following us along, the 18th hole in round 1 got us. We were 8 over par as a team there, and that's a lot of shots for one hole. And that unfortunately kind of set the momentum for us for the rest of the event. Round 2, dealing with the same golf course, you don't have time, like we talked about with La Tech, to come back to the hotel, talk about it, and reset. You got to go. And when you get beat up like that really quick, it's easy to kind of have to battle all day, and that's what we did. We played about the same that afternoon, and yesterday was a lot better. Brantley Scott had a great round, but yeah, we struggled in the wind a little bit. It wasn't quite to our expectations. I know we still finished 5th in that field, and we're ahead on our head-to-heads, but it wasn't quite what we wanted to do that week.
It seemed, at least on paper, your putting maybe got a little bit better. Your second turnaround, you were able to get your first eagle of the season. Kind of talk about that transition. Obviously, probably the short game a little bit more important with the elements you were dealing with.
Yeah, the greens were quick, big undulations at the RTJs. Honestly, we were second in the field in birdies. And we were second to Lipscomb, who won the tournament, and they had 3 more than us the whole week. Where we struggled was par 4 scoring. We were 7th in par 4 scoring. So if we're going to be consistent, those 2 numbers have to match up a little bit. So that was the frustrating part. It seemed like we were throwing away shots from positions that we shouldn't have thrown away shots, overthinking some of the greens, overthinking the wind. We needed to simplify things a little bit, but when you're in the heat of the battle like that, it's easy for these guys to kind of start unwinding a little bit, and that's what happened. We got to grow, we got to get better, and we'll do that.
And off the course, some personal accomplishments for you. A couple weeks ago, it came out that you'll be inducted into the Henderson State Hall of Honor. Can you kind of talk about what that means to you, your time at Henderson State, and that accomplishment? Yeah,
that's exciting. I'm going to go down there this weekend and receive that honor, and it's going to be great to revisit my alma mater and do that. I wasn't expecting to go into that Hall of Honor so quickly, so for them to give me the call and let me know they wanted me to do that, I thought was great. It worked out awesome that we got the 2.5 weeks off, so I got time to go down there and do that. But I think it's just it's ultimately going to be a testament to what my players did for me and how hard they worked for me at that program to help me get an award like that. It wasn't because of my playing ability, it's because of my coaching, but that's because of the players, and I think that's exactly what we're doing here at Troy, and we're going to stay on brand and have a great season this year.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.